Della Ola said this: "We have a purpose in this world, something that without us, that will remain undone. Just as a plant needs sunlight to flourish, our world needs us to flourish too." Each of us at some point will go through disappointment or have moments when unfair things will happen to us. The mistake that many make is to become shipwrecked right where they are, becoming bitter and even giving up on their dreams. God never ends on a negative, and if you choose to keep moving forward with him, then the promise over your life is that he will bring you to a flourishing finish. Welcome to this week's Hope from the Hills. The Bible says this: "The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon." That's the words of Psalm 92 and verse 12. When it comes to your future that God has for you, it's a victorious outcome and a finish beyond any setback, disappointment or betrayal. Because he alone knows how to turn it around and for your present reality to work for you rather than against you. In those moments when you're facing difficult, challenging times, don't settle for where you are. Don't put down roots thinking and believing that life's landscape is never going to change. For every setback, God has a comeback. For every injustice, a vindication. For every disappointment, restoration. And for every seemingly closed door, a new and glorious beginning. Whenever our life's report card reads "all is not well," it simply means that regardless of the outcome, it's not the end. God never declared that he is able most of the time. Our confidence can be drawn from the unshakable truth that he is always able, stable, and faithful. Present-day difficulties, unfair situations, setbacks and betrayals are not our permanent address, and we should never accept that this is simply our normal state of affairs. In the seasons of all is not well, we have yet to reach our new, ordained destination. And in light of this revelation, each of us needs to move forward, choosing to believe and hold on to God's unchanging promises, from which you will encounter a new season of victory, blessing, and a promised flourishing finish. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. The words of the prophet Isaiah from chapter 26 and verse 3. God's desire, born out of his unconditional love and affection towards you, is to see you flourish, to see you break out of any setback, stronger, elevated, better, and promoted. He never planned for you to live small, confined, restricted, or defeated. His plan is, and always has been, to see you flourish, grow, and live large in the life he's gifted you on his great and wonderful dance floor. He will never let your enemies have the last laugh. So don't lose your passion for life. Don't succumb to the thoughts that lie about you, that you're never going to get any better. Apprehend the truth where God himself has the final say, where his living word decrees you're not ending on a negative, because he's leading you triumphantly towards a promised flourishing finish. So, no matter what's been done or said about you, we can flourish in our identity when we understand that we are precious to the God who fashioned and formed us. The challenges we find ourselves facing today can see our perceived weaknesses turned into his opportunities as we flourish in seasons of captivity, where God himself demonstrates to us both his power and his faithfulness. He already has given us the key to flourishing in the face of that which we can't get off our minds, where prayer enables us to flourish in the midst of anxiety, and where we stand against the tide of difficulty and pressure, he will fill us with the fire to empower us to flourish under the fire that in times of adversity seem to overwhelm us. He gives power to the weak, and he gives strength to the powerless. Isaiah again, this time chapter 40, and the promise from verse 29. Above all else, when we trust God above our present circumstances, our confidence in a flourishing finish remains undiminished. Despite the uncertainty of the age, God is no man's debtor, and he will never renege on his promises. He will restore that which has been stolen. He will repair that which has been broken, and he will take every setback to rework and remold it to set up for us an even greater comeback. You can unequivocally trust the one who has covered your past cares for your present and controls your future. One whose desire for you is simply to flourish. I'll see you next time.